Good morning, my people. Welcome back to the Empress channel, and today we are outside. We are diversifying, my people. Lazima hii mwaka tukifunga tufunge kama we have already learned so many things. So behind me, as you can see, there is a hanging shamba. Yeah, I'm the person who's calling it hanging shamba because to me that is what it looks like, and it's amazing. So today we want to know this concept. What is this concept? Is it something that we can employ in our homes? And let's know also the mind behind this concept, because it's amazing, guys. As you can see, it's something that like this one planter, I think my family can eat this for a whole week. Yeah, so we are going to know all about this. We are going to be, learning a lot before tufunge mwaka. So guys, we are going to have the person behind this, the mind behind all these concepts. We're going to be explained to what we can do or what it is. Tutajua leo, and so from there we will know whether if it's possible for us to also do this kind of things, and if it's possible, how can we do it? So stay tuned. Make sure you keep subscribing to our channel. Make sure that you stay tuned for more and click that notification bell for more, guys. So stay tuned. What you thought about starting, this miracle behind us here?
Okay, my name is Dr. Peter Chege. I'm the CEO and founder of Hydroponics Africa Limited. Okay. Hydroponics Africa offers farmers cost-effective way of growing crops without soil. Okay. We started in 2015, but before then we are doing soil analysis and making fertilizer based on soil analysis status. Okay. But over the years we realized farmers are not benefiting because of lack of rain, depending on rain-fed agriculture, less land, and also soil-borne diseases. Okay. So embark on researching on the best method of growing crops using less water, less space, and also less labor. So I saw hydroponics. Hydroponics has been there since 1930. What was lacking, what actually is lacking or slacking in Africa is hydroponics nutrients. And also up there the technology is very sophisticated. It uses a lot of energy for lighting, for irrigation. So our work was to customize hydroponics to work at African context, because we are the one who actually started the hydroponics in Eastern Central Africa. So my work was to customize, use local materials, and also make hydroponics nutrients so that it can be sustainable and we can be able to grow. Because I saw this technology is really help in terms of water use. It uses 80% less water. You use very less space, about 6 times less space than compared to the conventional, because you can grow vertically. There's no soil-borne diseases like nematodes, bacteria, weeds, and you can basically grow all crops in all climate. So what I did, I came up with 5 different hydroponic systems, depending on the climate, depending on the crop, and also depending on the user, because we have done a lot in bottom of the pyramid. And we had to design hydroponics. If they don't have space, we can mount on the walls of their building, we can mount on the fence, we can do underground farming now using hydroponics. So we came up with all those systems, and that's what we are doing now, helping farmers. So as you can see, it's very simplified. We use local materials, and people can be able to help them solve the food security in the country. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you've said you use local materials, and I'm trying to imagine, for me, local material as a farmer, I will only go and pick soil somewhere, put fertilizer, the normal fertilizer in it. What is these common materials?
Okay, yes, I would call local material by means of sustainability, but hydroponics is a science. Okay. So it can also be very unforgiving if you don't take care, but we have really simplified. So there are some materials you have to use, like now, instead of soil, use something we call inert media. We have selected the inert media which you can be used and can be found locally. If you use soil, then it's not hydroponics, because you put fertilizer in soil, the soil tends to marry fertilizer, and the roots has to use a lot of energy to extract, and we don't want that, because we want the crops to grow faster and we want to grow vertically. So what we do, we train farmers which materials to use, which fertilizers to use, because you cannot use soil-based fertilizer. Our fertilizer is made in such a way that the crops takes it immediately. so that at least it doesn't have to use energy to change the form the nutrients need to be taken. So once you do that, it preserves that energy for growth. That is why the fodder grows within 7 days as opposed to 12 weeks. The vegetables, that a percent faster growth. So what we really want to do is to have more yield using less inputs. So to do that, you need to learn. It's simple. You need to come. You see how the system is working. Tell you what you need to use so that at least you don't fail. Okay. Yeah.
So you've said you do trainings, eh? So if I come as an individual, will you train me, or you need a group?
Our training is ongoing. You can call any day from Monday to Saturday. If you come an individual, we will still train you because this is like a demo tour. We have 5 systems, hydroponic systems. Yeah. So it's not a class training as such. So it will come, and then as we move on and see the system, the one which you are interested with, then from there now we can zero in that one, and then advise you on what to use. Yeah. Other than that, we have a curriculum for training, which goes for 3 months for youth who want to run basics at advanced hydroponics. And once they do that, then they can also be praised to in our projects that we are doing, and other farmers who are doing commercial hydroponic systems. Wow. For youth, they can get employment elsewhere if they get trained.
Wow, that's amazing. That means that you can actually come here, you be trained, you can also get employed out of that. Eh? That's amazing. So, Mr. Peter, this is so scientific. And it's amazing to know that if I come as an individual, I want to do it somewhere else, I can be trained. So there's one question that I need to ask you before we get into the details of getting to know how all this is possible. Is it possible for me to do it at my home?
Yes, of course. That's why we've really simplified it. Most of our farmers, of us 7,000 farmers are actually, they do household hydroponic systems. We have decided based on the space they have, and they're very simple. As you can see, this system, you just need to refill water once every 2 weeks, as opposed to watering every day. So it's very simple. It can be done in a household level. The space, it requires very small space. Vertically, you can do vertically. As you have said, you can mount on the wall of your building or fence, meaning that in a household where maybe you don't have space, you can be able to do that. And it uses 80% less water, less labor. So it's actually designed for the household. Yeah. Okay.
So guys, even if you are in a rental house, this looks like it's so possible for you to do. And so, Mr. Peter, we are going to go direct into the details. We probably need you to explain to the audience, how is this possible? What do you need to do all these?
Yeah, this is our latest system. It's actually called, we have a different name for this system because initially we used to use energy for irrigation, okay, and a lot of water in conventional method of farming. So our idea was, how can we grow food using less water and less energy? So we came up with this system. You can see the water stays. This is a PVC pipe, which is 4-inch. Yeah. The water, it is in level. The water stays in the system and the nutrients. Okay. So as you can see, the crops, the roots. So you just put water here. It's about 40 liters of water. It will take you for about 2 to 3 weeks before refilling. Okay. So this water contains the nutrients, plus it has some components which helps. The nutrients has some components which helps to retain the oxygen inside. Okay. Otherwise, the crops, the roots will rot because of now the water is filled here. Okay. So that's actually what we've done. Okay. That one you don't have to worry about the science behind the injection of oxygen. Okay. That is very simple. We have simplified. Okay. So you just need to plant here. We have some media, about 300 grams here, and then you plant your seedling, the normal seedling which you plant in the soil. Put water here for every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, come and refill. So you can also call it non-circulating hydroponic system if you like, because it doesn't use electricity. You don't have to use the tank, or you can even call it set it, forget it, because you can put it here, go to a holiday, and then come and harvest. Yeah, no weeding, there's no weed here, there's no diseases that you are going to get. The crops are very healthy, even some pests, they're able to repair some of the pests because it's strong as well. Yeah. Okay. Basically, you can grow all crops, not only spinach. You can grow tomatoes here. We have tested the cucumber. We grow capsicum. We do a bigger pipe where you can grow potatoes inside. Potatoes here inside. Imagine now doing vertically potatoes. Then we are going to yeah.
And how big is this? Like, for example, in a normal shamba setup, we say this is half an acre, this is 40 by 80, amount of land. So how much is this?
Yes, our systems are modular. You can connect this pipe to up to 1 kilometer, no problem. So long as it is in level. You can do vertical. You are going to see another vertical you have done 20 meters high. Which, if you do one line here, you go 20 meters high at 200 meters. That's 1 acre. Just one line. A footlift of 1 meter here. Going up, that's 1 acre. So if you in a 1 acre, then you can multiply 40 acres.
Okay.
You can get from that system you see there. So it's modular. It's based on the space, on the investment the farmer, maybe the budget that they have. It's modular. We can't say that it can be a household, it can be commercial, it can be highly commercial. Yeah.
And when I look at these, the planters, these small planters, it's not something that you've said that there are no weeds, so there is nothing to worry about when it comes to weeding. Do I need to put fertilizers or add any other thing once I have planted?
Yes, of course. You see, the plants need to consume fertilizer. And here there's no soil. You see, soil has some nutrients. Yeah. Here you have to put all the fertilizer. Actually, we call it the full spectrum of nutrients. But the beautiful thing of our hydroponics is nutrients is cheaper than actually the conventional fertilizer use. So here, when we say that we put water, the water contains the fertilizer always. The nutrients. Okay. Yeah, so it's there, it has to be there, and it's full spectrum. It's very different. You can't put DAP here. If you do DAP here, the crops will die. Okay. Because it's too strong for hydroponics, because you know it's only water that you are using here. So the soil tends to, if you put some heavy fertilizer in the soil, it tends to control that, to mitigate that. But now here, because it's water, imagine water, you put fertilizer, then you can, crops as a chomeka. So ours is a very weak fertilizer, but very effective. It has all the nutrients the crops needs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once you harvest what you have right now, is it possible for someone to replant another seedling without doing anything to that particular container?
Yes, of course. There's no, like now in the soil, you have to do the land preparation. You don't have to do preparation. This one you'll be able to grow throughout the year. Actually, we have farmers, most farmers that they want, if you have an order to supply maybe 200 heads of lettuce per day, we are going to design a system which you can be able to be planting 200 and harvesting 200. Okay. So it's a continuous, it's a food factory, this one. It's not like in the soil that you have to wait for rain, all this ground preparation. Okay. This one you can plant anytime that you want. Okay. Even now, if now some of the crops are failed, you can plant as the others are growing. Okay. And you know, in hydroponics, because there's no competition of the nutrients, the spacing is a bit closer. The only parameter which determines the spacing is the light intensity. Okay. So you find that you can even grow crops faster. More per meter square than when you are doing conventional. Yeah. Okay. Mm.
Guys, you've heard it, and this is an amazing project that anyone can do, as Mr. Peter has explained. We can do it anywhere. If it's a rental, if it's in your own house, you can use your walls. We are used to leaving our walls idle. So this is a very perfect idea for you to use your walls properly, you know, and in a, what do we call it, in a fruitful way. So we are going to take a break, and from there we are going, after we come back, we are going to show you guys more of these. So stay tuned as you come back for more. Welcome back, guys, and here we are now inside hydroponics, and we can see new systems here, Mr. Peter. We have seen pipe system where it's going vertically, so we want to know what is this, how do we do this?
Okay, this system is called vertical gardening or hanging garden. Okay. Actually, the other name you can call it garden without a garden. because it's mounted on walls of the houses of house or fence. The reason why we designed this system, we did a lot of projects in a refugee camp, and you know they don't have space.
Definitely.
So they had to use their wall to grow vegetables, one wall for their consumption, the other two walls for the selling. And the system is doing very well. It's actually made of a material called velvet, and you have some inert media. You just need to open the water there, the tap, for only 5 minutes. And then the water trickles down. This water, remember, contains the nutrients. So you can plant all of your vegetables here. Some also are planting the strawberry. They are doing very well under this system.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's basically for people who completely don't have space, even that they don't have a corridor, they don't have a rooftop, but still they want to grow food. So they can use the walls of their building to do that, yes. Yeah.
And which plant is this?
This basil, it's called basil. You can do even dania, you can do some spinach. Yeah. These pockets, they have different sizes of pockets based on the crop that you need. One system is 1 meter by 1 meter. You can have almost 64 pockets, which means 64 crops. You can have that 2 crops or 16 crops in 1 meter by 1 meter. So it depends on the crop you are growing because of the size of the crop. Yeah.
And if I want these pockets, do you sell them? Can I get them from here, Hydroponics?
Yes, of course. All these system materials that we have them here. We also now supply the nutrients, the inert media, and also installation. And then also training the farmers on site once we do the installation. Yes.
Wow. Guys, this is amazing. Yani, I can't stop seeing a miracle in it than this. So we're gonna take a break, a short break, and then we're going to come back. And as you can see here, kuna maskuma huge, yani they are gigantic. If this is what we call gigantic, they are huge. You can actually consume one alone, you know, and ushibe. So we are going to come back and we will talk about there's something I'm seeing here, and I can see that it's not soil. So we are going to be explained to what exactly this is, because I am also as amazed as you guys. So stay tuned as we come back. Welcome back, guys, and it's amazing to see the good work that Dr. Chege here is doing, because this is enlightening and trying to help the community at large. Yeah, sababu wengi wetu sometimes we give excuses of hatuna shamba, all those kind of things. I cannot do farming because of 1, 2, 3 things. These are systems that we are learning, and these are things that we can be able to do it anywhere, yeah. Hata kwa balcony yako, you can decide. If you don't have a wall outside, you can do it from your balcony. So this is amazing. We're going to talk about our third system, because we spoke about the first one outside, which contains pipes. Now we've spoken about the pockets, which you can get here at Hydroponics, and they can train you. You don't need to worry about anything. These people will do everything. Yani, they will leave you a full-fledged farmer for 1 day or a week. A full-fledged farmer. Utashinda wenye wameishi miaka. So we are going to talk about this system here. Probably, guys, you might think that this is the common farming that we are used to for kitchen gardening. No, this one is a different one, and that is why it has huge sukuma wikis here. So Dr. Chege, tell us, what is this and how can we achieve this as well from our homes?
Okay, these are a very simple tray system, and the reason why we developed this is when we had COVID, farmers we could not go and do the greenhouse, and we could not move. So we thought, why don't we raise the crops and then sell when they are about to harvest? So you can see it's a portable. You can be able to remove this one. Farmer can buy this one and go and continue harvesting. Wow. And we used now to carry the lorry and sell, just sell like that. Okay. So inside the system, you see you have some media. This is not soil, it's inert media. By inert media, I mean a media which will not react with the fertilizer. Soil, once you put fertilizer in the soil tends to catch the fertilizer. So the root has to use a lot of energy. So in Kenya, we are blessed. We have several inert media. You can use pumice, you can use rice husk, you can use river sand. There are several inert media which is free and you can be able to use. So we use pumice because it also offers a very good aeration. And then you can see the polythene, which is inside, is able now to retain water. So you don't have to water every day. Because now we want to reduce the river requirement. Because now, because of COVID and everything, you thought, why don't we simplify it so that at least now water can stay there for about a week instead of now watering every day. So that's why we did it. The media don't have to replace it. These are stones. We just need to wash and then replant again. Yeah. So you just put water and the nutrients and then you are sorted.
A common question that maybe anybody can ask out there: do you do retail selling? If I want to come and buy the kales, spinach, do you do retail selling?
Yes, of course. You see our commercial farm. We are selling because we have to show an example that it can be a business. So we have our own commercial farms where we also sell the fresh produce, and also we also have some contract where they also buy from us. And we want farmers to come in and sign for the contract so that once we do the installation of the system, they are assured about the market of the fresh produce. And also we are working with the banks who are also willing to, especially Kenya commercial banks are willing to finance, especially women to come to this type of farming. Yeah.
This is amazing, ladies out there. You've heard it. KCB is financing people like you who want to do such kind of farming. So you can also go and try out your luck. This is amazing. This is something that you can actually do for a living, apart from it being just a side hustle, or you can do it full time. Na useme hii ndio biashara yangu, because these plants are growing in a very miraculous way, and it is manageable. It is affordable, so why not? So people, we are going to also look at other systems that Dr. Chege will explain to us all about it. And this is amazing. I am amazed. So far, so good. Dr. Chege, I can see there is sijui kama ni mti ya matunda hapa. And is it also taking in the same kind of farming that we are talking about right now? Ama hii imemea tu ki...
It's still hydroponics.
Wow.
We've tested even for trees. And we actually want to do this even in Turkana.
Okay.
We raise the tree fruit until that level. Then we take there and do tree fruit. So in hydroponics, you can basically grow all crops. And because you give all the nutrients the crops needs, the roots doesn't have business to go and spread. So even big trees, you can still do at the hydroponics, because the roots spreads to for the nutrients. But once now they are there, you see now you have used just this big bucket, you're able to grow 3 tomatoes. In areas where you will not be able to grow, otherwise using the conventional method of farming. So it's possible to grow all the crops. We are chemists, we have formulas for the nutrients. We know the requirement for this crop, so we just give what it needs.
So in short, what you're trying to explain to us is this tree does not have to spread out its roots.
Exactly. Because they do spread the roots looking for the nutrients. And now that we have them there, then they use that energy for spreading the roots to grow upwards. And then you find it grow faster than what it would be.
I think that's a lesson that I missed out in my from school. I thought it is a must for a tree to spread out its roots for maybe supporting its weight or something like that. But now I know that it is for the purpose of looking for nutrients. And here in hydroponics, that is what they're trying to simplify. The tree or the root, the plants do not need to go and look out for nutrients somewhere else. Give them nutrients, ziache kuhustle, So people, we are doing well. We are now farmers 3/4%. So far, so good. So this is amazing. We have other systems upstairs.
I can come with it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, so we're going to see it. Wow. Can you see it? You can just come closer. This is amazing. What is this, Dr. Chege?
Oh, this actually is the one we started with. It's called Hydroponics Fodder. It's growing fodder for livestock. You can feed chicken, you can feed goats, cows. It goes within 7 days.
Okay.
7 days at this stage. As you can see, there's no soil. These are roots. These are roots. So you just put the water, the seeds here, and then water. But this system, this fodder is grown inside a very cool environment where we can't be able to enter. Yeah. Because it needs a very cool environment. You just put the barley seed or wheat, water, there's a system. After 7 days, almost 30 centimeters. Okay. Then you can feed your cows, your chicken, 7 days. Then you can have vertically. Okay. So in an area of 4 meters by 3 meters, you can feed fodder enough to feed 10 cows. 4 meters by 3 meters. And it's very nutritious because the concept behind this fodder is now unlocking the nutrient potential of the grain. Because once now you sprout the grain, the energy changes to sugars, the protein to amino acids. So the animal will digest everything. Unlike when you give your cow daily meal, the grain, they are not designed to eat the grains, they are designed to eat the grass. Yeah. So if they only digest 30%, the rest is waste, they can't be able to digest. But now this one is actually helping the animal to absorb almost 100%. Okay. Yeah, so we can feed all livestock. It's really very good for farmers who are doing livestock farming. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Is this normal grass for a, layman's language?
I would say this is normal seed, which is wheat or barley. In terms of grass, it's called hydroponics fodder. It's not like the normal grass which you grow in the soil. It will take 12 weeks to grow. Okay. And then the cow will not feed the roots. Okay. This one, it feeds everything. These are roots. It forms the mat. Okay. So this is very clean. Unlike when you grow the grass, then you have to cut and then sprout. This one you not sprout. You just feed everything. Okay. Then you put the seeds again. Okay. So again, the concept behind it is now it's very nutritious. It's almost hard, like now, if you maybe you faint because you've not eaten, it will not give you ugari. It will give you glucose. Yeah. So this is like glucose. It gives the cow very energy very fast, okay. And also very nutritious. The cow doesn't have to digest because it's already at the form where it's go direct to the system. Okay. It's like the crop which is there for the chicken. Mm-hmm. When the chicken takes a seed, it goes to the crop and it is sprout. Yeah. So the idea, that's what we are doing here. Okay. So you are sprouting